You're stuck and you're bored and you're just going through the motions at work. And I'm going to tell you, you are not alone. There was a Gallup poll where 23% of the people said that they were actually engaged at work. If you do the math, that means that 77% of people are not happy at their job. So why are they there? The thing is that there are some things that you can do that can help you escape from a job that you don't necessarily like and start going after the things that you really want. And there is one key indicator, one key thing that I did that really changed the way that I was able to live, and it is coaching. So if you got a second, I'd love to tell you about my own experience and give you a few things that I've learned over the time, and we'll just break it down. So I can't say that I was particularly disinterested in the job that I had. I had raised up through the ranks, I had done just fine, but I had kind of hit a ceiling and I probably wasn't going anywhere. And there was an issue because I didn't grow up in a situation to where I was sort of taught how to deal with money once you started making decent money. Now, I'm going to say I was making decent money, but I was completely blue collar. No one taught me how to deal with that money. No one taught me how to actually do what I was supposed to do. I had bought a house, I had bought a car, I had bought some things with a credit card. And there was a lot of situations to where I could have just kept on going, but I really didn't want that. I wanted more. And the truth is that the first coach that I actually hired, I didn't hire them at all. My wife actually did. She moved in early, took a Dave Ramsey financial peace course. Now, look, Dave Ramsey is a controversial fellow, and people are all over the board with what he has done for them, or if they agree or disagree. And we're not going to get into that. But I'm going to tell you my story. The reality of it is that she took a financial peace university. She knew from his teachings that she had to get me on board in order to be involved in it. And so, being a good husband, I was like, fine, I'll read the book. And I read the book. He acted as the first coach for me. And my wife and I took 18 months and we got out of debt. We paid everything off. We legitimately owed nobody anything. And that ended up being one of the best things that I ever did, because now I have a job to where I can do what I want to do. I'm financially free to a situation to where I've got my emergency fund set up. So if I suddenly decide that I don't like what my boss is doing, I'm a freelancer, I don't like what my boss is doing, and I don't want to do that anymore, I'll just go find something else to do. And I have that freedom. But I am going to make a great case here for coaching and talk about what it can do for you, because it did it for me. The first thing that I would think that coaching can do for you is about strategy. It taught me through the multiple coaches that I had that life is more about a system. It's more about a bunch of goals that string together to be something that end in one place. And maybe you do that iteration multiple times. And the truth is that a coach can help you realize what that strategy actually is. They can lay it out on paper and they can sit there and help you understand that, look, if you want to get to the end goal, you have to build an equation that ends to that end goal. And I don't want to make this about math because nobody wants that. But the truth is that that's reality. You have to realize that just like in algebra, this side has to equal this side of the equal sign. And it's the same thing in life. If you want to be able to do whatever you want, let's say that you just want to sit on a beach and read books all day. Okay, fine. You got to be able to pay the bills with the money that you have in the bank or the money that you're earning from your passive income or whatever that is. I got no problem with that if that's what you want to actually do, but you're going to need to build a system. And a coach multiple times has helped me. Now, recently I even became a coach, and I am now helping people do that exact thing. We're building systems. We're building systems inside of a business to make sure that enough leads come in. We're building systems inside of a person's life to make sure that they get out of debt. We're building systems to make sure that a person scales their business the way that they want. There is a bunch of different examples that I could give, but really a coach can help you build a system around whatever it is that you want to do in goals. The next thing is a little bit more nebular. It's a little bit more cosmic in a lot of ways, but a coach can help you with your productivity and your accountability in a lot of ways, because what a coach can do for you is to build an accountability structure. So these are the things that you said that you were going to do, and have you done them? And should we talk about how come it didn't happen, and why was it that this didn't work for you, or that didn't work for you? You're going to build something to where you may check in. A lot of my clients, I check in once a month and just say, hey, how did it go? How did you, execute on some of the things that we talked about? What do you think went well? What do you think went wrong? How can we change it for the next month? It's a person who's going to help you break through the thought process that gets you into that next stage of the life that you actually want to get to. I mentioned that I recently became a coach myself, and this is why this was important. And actually, I wrote a book last year, and in that, this is sort of the next stage. I do think that if you are a master of your trait, you should teach your trait to somebody else. It's a great way to continue to learn, to make sure that you are always top of your game, to make sure that you are constantly able to say, like, look, I'm always getting better because I'm trying to teach somebody else how to do what it is that I do on a normal basis. But I became a coach for a multitude of reasons. Number one is because I realized I was already doing it for free. People were already coming to me asking for advice. People were already coming to me and saying, hey, how do I do this? Or you did that thing and I want to do that too. How did you get there? I found that I was doing it for free. And then one of the reasons I was doing it is because I truly do like it. I like helping people solve problems and sharing the knowledge that I have and using some of the systems. I can't sit back and tell you that I'm the smartest person, because I'm not. I am just a person who's able to execute the plans and the systems that I've done. And maybe I've been there, which is where you want to go. I mean, like if I want to go to Baltimore tomorrow, I will ask somebody who has been to Baltimore whether or not I should go and what they did while they were there. Now, truth be told, I've been to Baltimore, and it's a lovely place, and I absolutely would go back, though maybe not in the winter. The truth is that a coach can really be a great asset to a business. And I wanted to put myself in a situation where I could help people for a living. So I became a coach. I went through a Dave Ramsey program because obviously you can tell from this video that financial coaching is super important to me. But it's not necessarily structured around the fact that these are the baby steps and you have to go through them. I find that more often than not, my conversations are about mindset. My conversations are about getting sometimes two people on the same track and helping them realize what it is that they want and getting to that potential. It doesn't matter necessarily what we're talking about. It's more about making sure that we have a system in place to get to those ultimate goals. It goes back to that original equation. If you want this, it has to be equal over here. I think that's backwards. If you want this, it has to be equal over here. Anyway, you get it. I certainly don't mean to minimize it, but really that's it. That's the relationship of a coach and a client, is that a coach is someone who's going to help you realize your potential, build a system around what it is that you think that you want to do, whatever that happens to be, and then hold you accountable and help you get better at getting that thing every day. It's that simple. So at the end of the day, coaching wasn't a cost. It was actually an investment into my future. And if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels, well, I am a coach, and I'd love to work with you to work through your business strategy, your productivity strategy, your sales strategy. There are a lot of things that I can probably help you get, and I would love to see that. You can get a hold of me right down here in the bottom. The first consultation is absolutely free. We'll build some rapport. We'll talk about what your goals are, and I will be able to help. And if I can't, I'll be honest and tell you that I can't help. You should probably go and find somebody else. 100% free, it's complimentary, so please reach out below. I'd love to hear from you. I also have other videos that I do that might be able to help you if you're not quite ready to coach, but you are get a coach, but you are ready to make some movement. I've got other videos. I'll tag one right up here, I think, or over here somewhere. I'll tag it and I will let you know that this is the next video that you should absolutely watch if you like this one. Any rate, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.